People have spent time in the Yellowstone region for more than 11,000 years. Many tribes and bands use the park as their home, hunting grounds, and transportation routes prior to and after European American arrival. Yellowstone was established as the world's first national park in 1872. Yellowstone is also America's first national park. To this day, Yellowstone remains one of the country's most popular national parks with millions of annual visitors. Yellowstone is located primarily in Wyoming, spans almost 3,500 miles, and extends into parts of Montana and Idaho, making it one of the largest national parks in the U.S.
水蒸气太大，看不见了。
Yellowstone National Park sits on top of a dormant volcano and is home to more geysers and hot springs than any other place on Earth. Wonders abound at its truly unique national park, from sites like the Yellowstone Grand Canyon to wildlife.
野牛，北美的野牛。
The wildlife, like America's largest buffalo herd, grizzly bears, and wolves. In the early years of Yellowstone National Park, the number of visitors was very light. At first, travel to and within the park was difficult. In those years, there were no roads, and even as late as 1882, only 1,000 people a year came to Yellowstone. Travel was almost by a good saddle horse or mule, and the trails were poor at the best. As the trails were cleared, the going got better. But even on a good traveling horse, a visitor would be lucky to cover 20 miles in a day. Visitors had to transport themselves or patronize a costly transportation enterprise. In the park, they found only a few places for food and lodging.
was cold.
Access improved in 1883 when the Northern Pacific Railroad reached Cinnabar, Montana, a town near the north entrance. Travelers more than a century ago, in 1916, were here for the same reasons you are. Visitors flocked to Old Faithful Geyser and eagerly awaited each eruption. After long hours bumping along in wagons or on horseback, they climbed carefully along the rim of the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone River and reached out to feel the spray from the lower falls overlook. Each step you take in Yellowstone lands on the footprints of the generations before you. The road construction that began in Yellowstone in the 1870s became the United States' first large-scale road plan and served as the model for other parks, especially in its use of local materials. Even after Yellowstone could be reached by train in 1883, the difficulty of transport and road construction in a geologically and climatically challenging terrain required enormous labor and innovative engineering. The development of a road system was essential in making Yellowstone more accessible to the public. Over the years, advances in road standards and construction technology have led to changes in the road's appearance, but the overall design has remained largely intact, along with many historical features such as bridges, culverts, and guardrails. The rail journey took passengers through the vast loneliness of the northern plains, across the prairies of Minnesota, and through the wind-swept plains of the Dakotas and eastern Montana. By the time the passengers disembarked to take the spur line south towards Yellowstone, they were hot, tired, and thirsty, and their journey was not done. This is the original shoe shine stands at the railway station in Yellowstone Park. Despite years of resistance from park managers, the first automobiles were officially allowed into Yellowstone in 1915. The visitation that year soared. In 1916, it was becoming clear that automobile would change the Yellowstone National Park experience forever. Thank you for watching. See you next time.